All right, listen up. If you're trying to get better at speaking on camera so that you can make content for your business, because you know that's what's good for your business, let me tell you why you shouldn't try to be confident or try to be authentic or try to be yourself. What you should actually try to be is comfortable. My name is Kenneth and I help companies get better on camera so they can deliver content to draw in more customers. I'm also an improv coach, an actor, a public speaker. This is the number one most important thing that I do, and it's not to just tell my clients to be confident, because in this context of creating content and being on camera, telling someone to be confident actually doesn't make any sense. It's almost reckless because they're gonna get on there and they're gonna create this character which is like a confident version of themselves. And that may work for some, but for most people, it's actually easier to just make them feel comfortable or teach them to help make themselves comfortable before they get on camera. And some of that is part of the preparation, some of that is part of practice. In my opinion, there's two major pillars to being a confident performer. One is feeling comfortable because you know what you're doing, you know what you're saying, you know what to do, and feeling secure in knowing that when you're feeling comfortable, you are being yourself. You're not forcing yourself to be authentic. When you're comfortable and feeling calm and almost relaxed but not sleepy, then what you're saying will come out sounding the most like yourself. It's really hard to be confident and yourself if you're not feeling comfortable. Along with that, of course, is practice. There are a multitude of ways to practice delivering to camera, but the first and most important is to just talk. It is important to record and review yourself on camera, but even more important is our goal should be trying to get to a level of delivery that feels like conversation. And to get there, we have to practice conversing. A really powerful way to practice conversing is to just have your regular everyday conversations, but activate a little bit of that observation muscle when you're having conversations with your partner or your friends or your coworkers, and really just observe your behavior and your tone, because a lot of times people on camera will end up feeling muted or reserved. But in reality, when we're talking, we actually have ups and downs and we have emotions and all these kinds of things. So that's something else you can practice. It's gonna feel silly, but that's literally what practice is for. The more you practice and review your footage, the more comfortable you're gonna become seeing yourself on camera and being on camera. And the last tip I'm gonna give to you today, you've probably heard it before, but it's to imagine you're talking to someone. For most of my clients, I'm luckily there on site, so they can actually just talk to me. And that transforms their performance into talking and conversing. If you're creating content by yourself and you're talking to the camera, but you're feeling like you're not sounding natural or real enough, then what you can do is you can picture a person that you're talking to instead of the camera. What I mean by that is just imagine that looking down the barrel of the lens is a person. You're talking to somebody. Or imagine a person is standing behind. Or imagine you're speaking with someone you know, your spouse, your partner, your neighbor, etc., etc. Or even me. You can imagine you're chatting with me. Now, imagination is not everyone's strong suit. So here is a tip that's even more literal and may help you. And it's one that I actually use myself. I have a small list of friends that I imagine I'm presenting to, that I'm talking to. Now, I don't mean that the video content is for them necessarily. It's more as if I'm imagining I'm submitting a project to them. So my good friends in Texas or my wife in the other room, I record and speak with the intent that they're gonna watch it and they're gonna respond to me. And to really complete the exercise, I will send this video to my friends in Texas, or I'll have my wife come in and watch the video when it's done editing or when I've posted it. That way, I've really gone in with the intent to direct my message to somebody, and at the end, they receive that message. So for you practicing, just picture that person, whether they're near or far. Just imagine that they are going to be watching and interacting with this video that you're making. That way, when you're speaking to the camera, you're actually not speaking to the camera. You're speaking to the person you're gonna send this video to. Those are the 3 ways for you to actually get better at speaking to the camera.